Rig Report Recap, Week 11. I am your host, Jersey Snoop. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We're going to recap the games of the week, talk about these storylines and these scripts, and let's get into it. All right. We're going to go into the early games first. We had the game in Madrid where the Dolphins squeezed out a win in OT against the Commanders, 16-13. I was asleep for most of that game, I'll be honest. I caught maybe the end of it. Like I said, with these overseas games, man, you never know what to predict. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes they score nothing. Sometimes they might run it up. You don't know who does what. A-Chain had 120 yards. He had no touchdown. The touchdown went to the other running back, Oli. I forgot his name, Ollie. Samuel got a touchdown, 7 receptions for 74 yards. Both teams ain't going nowhere. They both going on a bye. Nobody really cared about that game. It's kind of game that was. All right, let's get over to the 1 o'clock games. We had another OT game. The Panthers squeezed out a win against the Falcons. I didn't think that would happen. 30-27. All right, looked like Falcons was in position to win. They let the Panthers come back. They tied it up. They went to overtime. And then the Panthers got the win. Bryce Young, 448 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. For some reason, he just knows how to kick the Falcons' ass. He just owns the Falcons. Just look at the last 3 times he's played them. 2 this year and the last time he played them last year. Bryce Young he has their number. Bijan Robinson, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Couldn't get the win. You know, Panthers Bryce Young, he just seems to own the Falcons. Drake London didn't do much. Penix got hurt, so they did have to come in with with Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that? But yeah, man, we'll see what happens next week. Penix, I believe, is out for the season, so it's Kirk Cousins' time. Man, it's not the Falcons' year. They can hang it up. Panthers, on the other hand, are moving in the right direction. You know, they're trying to make the playoffs. They got a tough game coming up against San Francisco. And we'll see, man. We'll see what the Panthers could do if they keep rolling. All right. On to the next game. We got the Bills and the Buccaneers. The Bills beat the Buccaneers 44-32. Very good game in the 1 o'clock window. Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield were going at it. Josh Allen decided to wake up and have 6 touchdowns, 3 rushing and 3 throwing. This is the Josh Allen that everybody knows. This is the Josh Allen that we're used to seeing. Him doing everything on his own because he doesn't have any help receiving-wise. Cook contributed a little bit near the end, but this was the Josh Allen show, basically. Bills got right, 7-3. You know, they still in the fight for the division with the Patriots, so they had to get right. And I said this with the Buccaneers. When they were supposed to win last week, I'm like, you're going to lose 3 in a row? Because you're at the Bills, and then you're at the Rams next week. And I don't think anybody have them beating the Rams. So we'll see what happens, man. Baker and them, they're kind of fizzling out. 6-4, you know, they're fizzling out, you know, due to injuries, I see. But they got to get Bucky Irvin back. They got to get Godwin back. They got to get their players back. But right now, you know, Bills trucking along. Bills got right. So all it takes is one embarrassing game that you getting your ass whipped before, you know, you wake up if you're a good team. You feel me? So Bills get the win. Moving on. We got the Texans who beat the Titans 16-13. Titans did cover that 5.5 that nobody thought that they would, except me. Nothing really going on there. Just a shitty game. Very little scoring going on, and the Titans edged the win out. Nico Collins had 92 yards in the tutty. You know, not really much to report there. You know, I don't think Titans are going to get a win, but we'll see. You know, Texans moving on. We'll see if Stroud is back this week. Continuing on, we got, let's see, the Bears and the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy looks bad, man. He looks bad. I told you that before he got hurt. He looks bad. Bears get a win, 19-17. Um, I feel bad for Justin Jefferson. You know, he he can't get the ball thrown to him in the right way. You know, JJ is looking tough, man. He's going through the growing pains. Every rookie doesn't hit it on their first outing. You know what I mean? So he's got some growing pains to do. We'll see if Kevin O'Connell can get him right. Um, Other than that, Caleb, Bears, the darling team, one of the darling teams, they got the win and they're rolling. Probably we'll see them in the playoffs. You know, we'll see how far they keep on trolling. All right, another game. We got the Packers beat the Giants 27-20. Jameis Winston came in, provided a little bit of spark for them, but not enough to get it done. The Packers win. Packers did not cover by. Oh, they did. They pushed. It was 7.5, depending on where you got it. Um, yeah, man. Giants, they're hurt this year. It's a wrap for them. Packers, again, grinding for these wins. They ain't dominant. They're not a dominant team. They just grind out wins. They kind of like a poor version of my Eagles right now. You know what I mean? But hey, they get the win. I'm sure Winston is happy he got to play. And all is well in Green Bay for the moment. All right. The Steelers beat the Bengals 34-12. That was one of Snoop's picks. By the way, I went 3-1 on my floor. The three that I was perfect about, the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Cowboys, you see they won. The one I was on the fence about making my fourth pick, which was the Kansas City Chiefs, didn't cover, but we'll get over to that. But the Steelers get the win 34-12. Aaron Rodgers falls, and they said he has a fractured left wrist. Questionable for this week. We'll see. They need Aaron Rodgers if they're going to make the playoffs. Um, but they get the win. The defense steps up and get not one but two touchdowns from the defense. It's like, okay, defense is balling. But we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see the Steelers going forward. That Aaron Rodgers injury is very important. You know, he has to play. It's not his throwing arm, so hopefully, you know, he'll be back soon or he won't miss any time. You know what I mean? But Steelers get a win. Defense steps up when they want to. Chase gets suspended for one game. Him and Ramsey got into a fight. Ramsey said he spit on him. The camera showed some spit. What's up with people spitting on each other this year? What's going on? First, Carter spitting on Dak. You know what I mean? And now Chase is spitting on Ramsey. What is going on with this spitting, man? Y'all wilding with this shit. I don't know what type of new shit this is, but you spitting on somebody is one of the worst things you can do to a person. And if you spit on me, bro, I'm going to lose it. I'm just letting you know I'm going to lose it. So I don't know what's up with this spitting. He's trying to appeal this decision. It should not get appealed. He should have to sit a game. Bro, this spitting shit, somebody going to knock your head off, bro. You keep spitting on people. Like, this shit is crazy. But anyway, Steelers get the win. They're 6-4. They're trying to stay on top of the Ravens. We'll see, because the Ravens is climbing, baby. All right. Next game, we got the Chargers and the Jags. The Jags beat the shit out of the Chargers. See, here we go. Chargers win, win, win. Here come the Jags, Darlin's team, and just smack the shit out of them. And then the funny shit is, it was not even Trevor Lawrence. Again, he's ass. Trevor Lawrence, 153 yards, 14-22. One touchdown. That shit came from the defense. That shit came from special teams. Fucking Tootin ran it in for one. It's like everybody's scoring great around Lawrence, but Lawrence is just mid or below mid. But they get the win 35-6. What happened to the Chargers? What happened? Fucking Steelers, they fucking dominate. 27-10, whatever that was. O-line not a problem. Now you run into the Jaguars and you can't buy a fucking touchdown. This shit is wiki, man, every fucking week. The Chargers do nothing. They got 2 field goals. That was it. Jaguars, run through them. I said it, sneaky win. I just couldn't pick them. I can't take Trevor Lawrence. But you see that how they went around him. So they went around his ass on that one. But the Jaguars get the win, 35-6. Jaguars 6-4. We'll see if they're able to make the playoffs. You know the Colts own that division this year. So we'll see what's going on. And another game. We had the Rams beating the Seahawks 21-19. I thought this would be more explosive action. You know, it was all defense, very defensive game. Sam Darnold looked like shit. 4 interceptions. Damn, I just traded for you in fantasy. Darnold, what you doing? 4 interceptions. He couldn't get past this Rams defense. Yuck. JSN does what he does. 9 receptions for 105 yards, but he had to fight for every one of them. Man, this was a tough game. You know, I expected to be Puka going crazy, JSN, Adams. Adams got 1 yard. 1 catch, 1 yard. Happens to be a touchdown, but 1 yard. Like, really? What are we doing here? You know, Puka wasn't really effective either. So this was a very defensive game. Rams get the win. Sean McVay. Snoop likes the Rams. Yeah, man, they just keep rolling. We'll see what they do against the Bucks and Baker Mayfield next week. Seahawks got the Titans, so that should be a win for them. And, you know, Seahawks still in the race, Rams still in the race. I think they both make the playoffs, so we'll see what happens. All right, moving on. We got the 49ers beat the Cardinals. 49ers also another one of my maybe picks. It looks like they got it done. Brock Purdy's back. Brock Purdy was back balling as he should. We got McCaffrey doing McCaffrey things. I believe he had 2 teddies. You know, Brissett 452 yards. Brissett, he's all right, man. He's doing better than fucking Kyler Murray, man. I don't think Kyler Murray sees the field again. You know, Brock Purdy had 200 yards, so not bad. 3 touchdowns, 19-26. You know, not bad on your coming back out after injury for so long. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Is it still controversy out there with these QBs? Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, 6'7", whatever. We'll see what happens with that, man. But for now, 49ers win 41. They cover the spread. Cardinals had no Marvin Harrison Jr., so didn't expect them to do much. 41-22 was the final score, and that's all I have to say about that. All right, moving on to a game I'm anxious to talk about. The Ravens, who looked like they were selling. The fucking game. They get a win, 23-16 to the Browns. Browns had Dylan Gabriel go out in the 3rd quarter and finally brought in Shaduer Sanders. Shaduer didn't do shit, but he got to play. You know what I mean? So he had, 4 of 16. You know, he didn't really do much, but word comes out now and after. I don't even know why would they admit this. That Shaduer Sanders has never played or had any reps with the number ones. Any reps. You're the backup quarterback. You've never had any reps with the number ones. Why would you even disclose that as a company? That's the head coach. That's not that's complete sabotage. Y'all are blatantly sabotaging this man and setting him up for fail. Why would you even admit that shit? There's certain shit you shouldn't say, and that's something you shouldn't even admit to. Why admit to that? Why say that? Oh, he's never had any snaps. How? How does he have no snaps with the number ones? When Flacco was the starting quarterback, I bet you Dylan Gabriel got some snaps as the number 2. Now, Shaduer's been the number 2 for a couple of weeks while Dylan since they traded Flacco. Why he hasn't got 1 snap with the number ones? And y'all tell me this shit ain't personal. So, of course he's not going to do good. They don't know his cadence. How are they going to say they don't know his they never heard his cadence? This shit is crazy. However, Dylan Gabriel is in the fucking concussion protocol. So, he may not play next week, and they're going to have to go to Shaduer. He's going to have to practice with the number ones. Like, what the fuck? Kevin Stefanski, yo, you got to get the fuck out of here for that shit, bro. You got to get out of here for that shit. You can call it what you want. Ain't no fucking excuse for this as a coach. You're not doing your fucking job. You don't have your quarterbacks ready. They're not even practicing. Like, what the fuck? So now they're going to have to practice with Shaduer for the number ones. He's going to have to play. You know what I mean? We'll see how good he does because, again, he has a head coach that wants to see him fail. So we'll see what kind of plays get called and how much ad-libbing he's got to do. But goddamn, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. But outside of that, man, Ravens get the win. Lamar Jackson still looking subpar. He threw 2 picks. You know, Henry got 100 yards, got a touchdown. They act like they didn't want to give it to him at first. I don't know, man. The Ravens is barely getting by, but they're going to have to step it up because they got some big games coming up, and they got to be back to the old Ravens if they're going to get into these playoffs, man. If these little streaky wins, little subpar outings, it's not going to happen. But anyway, Ravens get the win. My son is happy, and we moving on, man. I can't wait to see. I hope Shaduer, man, he gets some fucking support, man. All right. And we got the last late game of the evening. The Broncos beat the Chiefs on some bullshit. 22-19. Bo Nix, Bo DB gets it done. They come down at the last seconds and being able to kick a field goal to get the win. Bo Nix 295 yards, no touchdowns. Man, fucking Chiefs, man, what is going on? You know, I understand the Broncos. This is what I understand. Broncos, yes, you got a good defense. I like it. Sean Payton, good coach, absolutely. Bo Nix, he's okay. But where are the stars? Where are the studs? Who's the 295 yards going to that the Chiefs can't stop? That ain't all go to Sutton. Like, you know what I mean? Who is these guys? It's like Josh Allen with the Bills. Like, who the fuck are you throwing it to? How the fuck you know what I'm saying? You can't beat the fucking Broncos. Like, who do they have? You understand what I'm saying? Like, Pat Surtain is out on the offense. Sutton, let's see what Sutton did. Let's see what the fuck Cortland Sutton did. I want to see where the fuck these 295 yards went to. Because how the fuck you can't stop these guys? Who we got? Troy Franklin, 84 yards. Pat Bryant, 82 yards. Who the fuck is these dudes? What the fuck? Sutton had 59 yards. So the other 200 yards went to nobodies. Ingram, 33 yards. Harvey, 20 yards. Like, how you can't stop these guys? And they talking about Spagnolia defense. What's up, Spags? How the fuck you can't do nothing with the Broncos and they subpar average cast? That's what I don't understand. You got Rashid, you got Worthy, you got all of these weapons, and you can't beat the Broncos in the division game? All right, the first of 2 division games, so I guess the Broncos had to win theirs at home or whatever the case may be, but this shit was scripted. Please. Please. Patrick Mahomes, 1 touchdown to Kelsey, that's it. Knock it off. So anyway, they couldn't do nothing with the Broncos. We missed that pick. We did hit the Ravens and we hit the Cowboys, so we'll talk about that. But Broncos get the win, 22-19. Bo DB and them winning. It looked like another one of Darling's teams that the NFL is loving. So we'll see how far they get on that one. And coming to the Sunday game with my Go Birds, with my EAGLES Eagles, got the win over the Lions 16-9. And we looked good doing it. No turnovers. Defense showed up and showed out, dominant fashion. Lions couldn't do nothing, man. Go Birds. All we do is win. We may throw this week. We may run this week. We may do neither. All we fucking do is win. And I'll fucking take it. All right? I'll take it. All we do is win. Now, I know everybody, I'll be honest. Even though I'm glad we won, bad call by the refs on that pass interference. Let's take a look.
Let's go. Scripted call for the Eagles. Go Birds. A little bit handsy. He was a little bit handsy. A little handsy at the end, but yeah, scripted call for the Birds. Go Eagles.
Yeah, that was a pass interference. Here we go. Scripted calls. It's like they didn't need to, but they wanted to make sure the Eagles win. We'll see. But that call was terrible. Terrible. You don't call that in that part of the game, especially when it's not a blatant call. That shit was terrible. But anyway, Eagles got the win. My boy Hurts got the touchdown run. There was not a lot of points in there. You know, two teams. You thought it'd be a lot of offense. but you got defense instead. So, long as we get the win, I love how dominant our defense looked. Jalen Hurts had 135 yards. Wasn't much to go there. Wasn't much to give up. We got the ball to A.J. Brown, 7 receptions, 49 yards, 11 targets. So we were looking for him purposely. You know what I mean? He had to get the ball. So like I said, all smoke and mirrors, man. Yeah, he wants the ball and all that, but all this, oh, you're gonna lose and this, that, and the third. Listen, man, we 8-2 at the end of the day. We 8-2. AJ done talked to the owner. Everybody's good, man. He just passionate. We got a passionate superstar wide receiver that comes with it. But we gave him the ball. We got the win. What more do you want? There's nothing else to complain about. We got to get our offense streaking on all cylinders. But as long as we find a way to win, we got so many faucets to win. This is how we're getting back to the Super Bowl. You feel me? You stop the run, we pass it on you. Stop the pass, we run it on you. We tush push on you. We got our defense, lock you down. That's championship football, baby. What you saw on Sunday night was championship football. And that's how we do it. We get the win, baby. Jared Goff, 14 of 37. Oh my gosh. Oh, QBR, 9.5. Go Birds. Come on, man. Y'all can hate on us all y'all want, man. We find ways to win and get it done. And we got the win 16-9. We covered the spread. Everybody had the Lions or thought the Lions would win just because of that A.J. Brown drama, man. All we do is win. Fuck out of here. Dickheads. All right. In the last game, which was the Monday night, rest in peace, Marshawn Kneeland. Cowgirls did what the fuck they were supposed to do. Rep for they man. They got the win 33-16. Dak Prescott, 4 TDs. I'm like, yo, if y'all lose that fucking game, especially to the Raiders, bro, I'm never nobody's fucking with you ever again. Never again. But let's get to the conspiracy side. Marshawn Kneeland, I was looking up his number, which is 94. I know they couldn't score 94 points, but they found a way to honor him by doing a little ritualistic scripted score. 33-16. 33 and 16 is 49. 94 backwards is 49. Coincidence? You may say so. Oh, you're reaching. I think not. They know what the fuck they're doing. You think it's a coincidence that the final score ended up equaling 49-94, his number? Come on now. Let's be smarter than that. This is the welcome to the Rig Report. This is what we do. We see the storylines. We see the little scripts. We see the bullshit that y'all try to throw at us and think we don't know what's going on. Cowboys get the win and the cover. Snoop went 3-1. I'll take it all day, every day. Y'all tell me what y'all think about these week's games, man. What we got coming up Thursday, we got the fucking Houston Texans and the Bills playing. Bills should win, but Texans D, which usually there's no defense on Thursday night, so the Bills should get the win. But we'll see, man. I just wanted to run through the recap of the week matchups. Week 11, the Rig Report recap. I am your host, Jersey Snoop. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you for Predict the Script, week 12. I'm out. Peace.